Welcome back to Gay It Forward. I'm Jonathan James with my co-host here, Chris Lord.
Hello.
What is your hashtag?
Hashtag worst gay.
And here today, I'm here to teach him about gay vocabulary and terminology. Things like work and shade. We are going to go through all of it. So please ride the rainbow with us as I try to make Chris a better gay and create a better homosexual universe.
Yay! Are you keeping a point system? Do I get points every time I know what it is?
You're gonna get a point. You're gonna get 10 points every time you get.
Oh my god!
The one that's right. So I'm
oh my
curious
god!
to see.
I'm very much looking forward to getting a 2-digit score at the end. Let's see how little gay terminology I know.
All right.
Okay.
I wanted to say I really wanted to say we're gonna start easy, but I really don't know with you. So
okay, yeah,
right.
that's true. Yeah. You never know.
I'm gonna read it out because obviously listeners. So your first word is mug.
Like is that? I feel like it's one of two things: either your face, like a mug shot, like send me your mug, or it is making out.
No, you were actually right with the first one.
You're mugging. Okay, so it is a face. Okay.
So you do get 10 points.
Oh, good. I feel like I'm going to trick myself into going inappropriate. I'm just going to assume if it's a gay term, it has something salacious to do.
Some of these are phrases, and because we are an educational podcast, there are some educational things in here that I slipped in.
Okay.
So that those other young gabies can know them and be aware.
We should list ourselves as an educational podcast.
Yes, please. Look how we do that.
I'm sure we're not the only people who have an educational podcast where we're drunk.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Or like that has like swearing and obscenities. So
yeah, fuck yeah.
We want to make education fun.
Yeah. For the youths. All right.
Your next terminology
is
wig snatch.
I mean, is that just literally when you reach out and grab someone's wig and tear it off like in an aggressive manner?
I mean, so if I'm going to use it in a sentence.
Yes, can you please use it in a sentence for me?
He called me out and my wig was snatched.
Is it like when you point out the obvious to someone that they don't get?
It's not. No, it's not necessarily the obvious.
No? Does it involve literal wigs?
No.
Okay. All right. So, wait, say it again. He
called me out and my wig was snatched.
Is that like? Is it kind of like having egg on your face?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
To use very archaic terms, just like you're embarrassed because someone pointed something out to you, and you're like, oh shit.
You're like, gobsmacked.
Okay. So this is
I'll
basically
give you half a point for that one.
So that's basically just like what you do to me all the time. You're constantly snatching my wig.
Basically.
Okay. In fact, this whole fucking podcast is you just
basically
doing
me
a
doing
massive
that.
wig snatch on me. All right. I'll take a half a point.
You don't necessarily have to be shady for that to happen. A lot of people say it online because of like memes that they relate to like hard.
Yeah.
It's like would be like the same as like
when
you're like
too real.
Same. You're too real.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right. Your next card is serve.
It's like you serve up shade, right?
You can serve up a lot of things.
You can serve. It's just you're throwing out something. You're serving up some knowledge.
Yep.
Serving up some shade.
All right, you get a full point for that one.
Oh,
Good for you.
Oh.
See, look, I told you it wasn't going to be that bad.
Good for you, Glenn Coco.
The T in LGBT.
Trans?
Yeah, very good.
Oh, yay.
See, I didn't make it that hard.
Yeah, I'm so glad you threw some softballs.
Cub.
Oh, a baby bear. Yeah, it's like they're young. They're
it's like a twink bear.
Yeah, like a little bit on the beefier side, and not necessarily. They have hair though. They're not an otter, but they're beefier.
It's a twink bear.
A twink bear. Okay.
Because like technically twink is like.
So it's a twink with hair.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make you an otter?
No.
All right. Okay. So a cub is a mini bear. Okay.
Yeah.
Mini bear. Got it.
Okay.
Half a point? No, I think a full point.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
All right.
Yes!
That is exactly what the card says.
Wait, do I have to give it a definition though?
But you know what it means?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's emphatic agreement with something. It's like the gays version of saying "yay."
I just wanted to hear you explain it.
Or for me, just going "yay."
Oh, it is the gay interjection.
Oh, that's a good way of phrasing it. Very good way of phrasing it.
If we're going Schoolhouse Rock, because I'm that old.
Yeah.
The A in LGBTQIA.
Asexual?
Yes, there you go.
Oh.
Look at you.
I forgot there was an A.
I know. Pulling some fast ones out there. Right. Your next word is face crack.
Is it your mouth?
No. No.
Is it when, like in theater, when you break, like you're trying to keep a straight face, but it cracks?
No.
Is it lines in your face because you've gotten old and wrinkly and don't put on enough sunscreen?
No. I'm not going to give you this one.
Is it when you have a bunch of crack on your face? Is it when you have someone else's crack on your face?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Face crack is basically the same as wig snatched.
Oh, okay.
Except it's more of in like a negative light. Say you were talking shit about someone and the other person stops and you're like, they're right behind me, aren't they? Face crack.
Okay.
It's like you're caught completely off guard and not in a good way.
Okay, got it. Whereas wig snatching, it can be okay. It doesn't have to be negative.
Yeah, wig snatching can be fun.
Okay.
All right. Now, your next term is platinum gay.
Oh, a platinum gay is someone who was born via C-section. They've never touched the inside of a vagina.
Look at you. Got that one.
I've tried to make bronze gay a thing, and no one will accept it.
And next is fish.
Is that in the same vein as like an otter or a cub? Is it a type of gay?
No, it's
Okay.
like you're serving them fish honey.
Is it you're serving up something rotten? Like
No, it's not like
Not-
straight fish.
it's not
Ooh.
like no. Is it like truth? Like you're serving up some rotten truth?
No.
I don't know.
Fish is fishy. So you'll hear drag queens say serving fish or like she's a fishy queen. It means
Okay.
you can't tell if they're a man or a woman.
Oh, it's like passing?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, a fish is like a drag queen you can't tell is a dude. Oh.
I'm glad I have a lot of drag terminology in here for Mr. Like, I'm such a big drag fan, but like...
I mean, you can appreciate the art form and not know anything about it. It's like jazz.
Why is that funny? It's, I mean, sure. All right.
Okay.
Wolf.
Oh, okay. Joe Manganiello, classic. He's like the wolf icon.
there you go.
Someone a little bit older, like gray in the temples, like very muscular, not a lot of body hair, angular face usually.
Actually, they can have body hair.
They can have body
They just
hair.
have to be muscular.
Okay, so muscular, older, gray.
Yeah. This word is ladyboy.
Ladyboy.
Or phrase.
Oh, okay. Is that a terminology for a trans
No.
man? Okay. So is it that just like a really femme, like beyond a twink, like super femme?
Yes.
Super femme twink?
Yes.
Like twink on crack?
Lots of twinks are
On crack, not
but-
literal crack, yeah. Or not face crack
But
either.
yeah, super effeminate guy. A lot of drag queens will refer to themselves as ladyboys
Ladyboys,
when they're
okay.
out of drag or when they were younger.
Okay. Super femme. Got it. All right.
And next we have gag.
I mean, is that not just like gagging? Like,
That is not sexual gagging, Chris.
or a ball gag?
No. Sentence would be, it was the gag of the season.
Oh,
Or, I don't know why you're gagging.
the gag of the season, like the best of something, like it's like the thing, the in thing of the season.
It's like when something new Batman comes out and you like squeal like you like to do.
Okay.
It's about the same thing.
Okay, so it's
a very positive.
like you got so excited about something you gagged.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're learning phrases,
Educational podcast. Gay
educational. And your next one is, and I'm sure you meet a lot of these, pillow princess.
Oh, is that someone who wears a pillowcase on their head like it's like
Really?
Maid Marian's?
Really? That's your best guess?
Is that just like someone who is fucking around just they have a comfy bed to sleep in?
No. This is what I like to call a lazy bottom.
Oh, they just lie there?
Yep.
Oh.
Tops do all the work. Not for a beta top. Clearly.
Well, this explains why I don't know pillow princesses then.
I'm sure you've met one or two in your day.
Yeah, of course. What is it if you're... Is there a top equivalent?
I think this is beta top.
It's beta top, the newly created term, mostly just for me.
I don't know. That you're not the only one I've heard use it. So.
Oh, good. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Well, in putt play, they have betas.
But that's not the same thing, right? Okay.
Depends.
Okay.
And your next word is the Q in LGBTQIA.
Questioning?
Really?
Or is it queer?
Queer.
Okay. I don't know. Like,
Lesbian, gay, transgender, questioning, bisexual.
well, I think we're allowed to like give a category to
Giving
someone
you
who
that
doesn't
one.
know. Maybe they enjoy their state of ambiguity.
I was going to say something, but I would get a flack for it, so I'm just going to keep my tongue shut.
Were you about to face crack?
No, I was not about to face crack, Chris.
See, I have to then use the terms to prove
You
that
know
I've
what?
learned them.
This is what the like reckoning of this podcast is going to be. Is like I'm going to go out with you one night, and you're going to use all these words
Yeah.
wrong.
Yes.
And then someone's going to be like, who taught you how to use these? And you're going to point to me, and I'm just going to be like, I told him what they all mean. I can't tell him how to put them in his own sentences. God. You have to make it so difficult. And your next word is chicken cutlets.
Oh, I mean, I'm assuming we're not talking literal.
No.
Okay.
I will give you a
Is
hint.
that-
It is a drag term.
Is that fake boobs?
Yes. Sometimes it refers to other padding, but they technically refer to like the inserts that they
Okay.
put in their boobs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Look at you.
She learns.
I know. And now, cakes.
Like beefcake?
No, just cakes.
Okay. Is that
Like, show me them cakes.
ass? Butt
Yeah.
cheeks?
Yes. I was gonna say, like.
I mean, I'm on Grindr, and I'm generally in the market for cakes.
Yes.
So.
I'm like worried about what your like sexual flirting is.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh my God. I'm constantly mystified that it works.
You're a blonde, blue-eyed top. Like, you have to do like literally no work. All right. A ball.
Okay. You've put ball in quotations. So I'm assuming this is not like,
It's a place.
oh, is this like a drag club? Like a drag club or a trans club?
Well, sort
Like
of.
what's the fucking show with the Ryan Murphy, and he can't write.
I want you to
endings.
remember it, so I'm not gonna.
Poise?
Close.
So is that like where you go to a ball and that's where everyone's what's the thing with the hands and
It's a Madonna song. You got it. Come on.
oh
Come on, you got it. It's a
you're
Madonna.
striking voguing.
Yes.
Yes. And so you go to a ball to Vogue.
Vogue and other things. But I'm glad you know what it
Blowjobs?
is. I'm sure those happen in the alleyway, but no, it's
Okay.
voguing. It's mainly POC and trans community.
Okay. Because some people refer to like the ball scene of the 80s in New York.
I mean, it still goes on.
Okay.
Los Globos. I should take you one day for the podcast.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Get some friends to go.
Yeah. I need to know these things.
Am I giving that? I'll give that to you.
Yay.
All right. Your next one is easy.
Is it now?
Gold Star.
Oh, a gold star. Okay. That is someone who was born but hasn't been back to a vagina since then. Born naturally.
Yes.
Yes. Through the vagina.
Just going to say vagina as much on this gay podcast.
It's a fun
You know,
word.
but we are welcoming for lesbians too.
We
so
are, absolutely. I feel like too many gay men are afraid
I'm
to wear
sorry,
vagina, which is a great
lesbians,
word.
that I do not have more lesbian content. We will find
We'll work on
one of
that.
you as a guest, and
Yeah.
we will learn all about it.
Because we desperately need that help.
All right. Circuit Queen.
Oh, that's someone who goes to all the circuit parties.
But what does that mean?
Like a circuit party is like white party, like those big.
White party is so much fun.
Like, they're not like necessarily annual, but they are regularly scheduled, big, massive gay parties, and it's usually like the gays who see themselves as like the upper echelon of gays who go to these sort of things.
Yeah, it's where all your Insta hoes go, and
Yeah, exactly. Insta hoes and anti-Christian models and go-go dancers and like.
I mean, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably hate them, but I should go to one at some point.
You know what? I go to white party for the pool party.
See that like if it's you know me, day drinking all the way. If it's past 10 p.m., leave me alone.
Like
I'm trying to sleep.
the pool party and then like the final concert were really fun. And I think white party is a little bit less like the Mykonos thing that just happened is
Oh.
more like what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And it's still like circuit queens, but like circuit queens are always like muscly and like do GHB.
They just basically drift from party to party and somehow like have an income.
They're all white, they're all bottoms, they're all muscly.
Sounds like I should be going to these sort of things.
I mean, yeah, you'd probably clean out. Well, they'd have to clean out, but
Yeah, one would hope.
you never know.
That's true. You don't know. Sometimes you're in for a fun
We'll
surprise.
have another episode about anal care and douching.
Oh, we should do that soon. Actually,
Because you want to know.
I do. I like to respect my bottoms and know the amount of effort that goes into it.
All right.
Also, maybe join them on occasion.
And your next term is sub,
oh, like
and not your teacher.
well, not mutually exclusive. Yeah, like just a submissive. So in contrast to a dom who is taking control in the sex, the sub is just kind of going along with the flow.
All right.
Yeah.
Next is twunk.
Okay. A muscly twink.
Sort of.
What's more to it than that?
I mean, technically, it's like a mixture between a twink and a hunk. It's normally, I would say, it's the stage that gay men go to through their late 20s to mid 30s before they become a daddy. Your next phrase is come through.
Okay, to clarify for the listeners, this is spelled C-O-M-E.
They know what it means.
But for the non-familiar like myself, come through, is that like a follow-through sort of thing? Like he actually comes through on his promise to show up for a grinder call comes through? It's like, hey,
this is
like,
normal.
I'm at home, greased up, and the door's unlocked, and then you actually show up. You've come through.
This is normally shouted.
Oh, like actually literally come?
No.
Like
I'm giving you this one. Come through is basically like a
come hither? Come in? Like they knock on the door. Come through! I'm waiting.
Oh my god. No, it's like come through, bitch. You're cheering them on. Like,
Oh, where does that come
like-
from?
I mean, most of like I don't know where it originates.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's all over the place. Your next phrase is squirrel friends.
What the shit? Is this your
You know, you
your
got your
friends are just
squirrel
out there
friends.
just hunting around for a nut?
I mean, you're close-ish.
Okay, do they run in packs? Is it just like the mindless gays that run around in packs just
So technically,
trying to get laid?
Technically, it's like twofold. It's like drag queens refer to it as like their friends, but they all have nuts. So instead of like girlfriends, they're squirrel friends.
Oh.
But you can also use it like gay men can use it too because it's like instead of being like hey girlfriend, it's like hey squirrel friends because you know we're all friends and we all like to pack away nuts.
Oh, so it's more about it's rhyming with girlfriends.
It's a play on words.
It's a double play on words.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, so like my homo homies are squirrel friends.
Yes. So like you're my squirrel friend.
Yeah, the gals.
Yeah.
Are squirrel friends. Oh my god.
See?
So glad I know this one. I'm using this all the time.
Oh, here's an easy one for you.
I'm gonna walk into work tomorrow and be like, "Hey, squirrel friend."
Twink.
Oh yeah, just skinny, hairless, young,
Under 25.
under 25. All the daddies are after them. They're after all the daddies.
Need an ID. Pancakes instead of cakes.
The flat ass. They got nothing
Yeah,
to show.
I forgot to put that one in there, but
Hey,
that's
I
another
got
word.
it though. I got it. Oh yeah.
Oh, you do get that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is an educational one because I put it in because I feel like people need to know this one. Mm-hmm. Undetectable.
Oh, I actually do know what this means. This means you are HIV positive, but you are on a prescribed medical cocktail that makes it so you cannot transmit the disease.
Exactly.
Yes, and
Does everybody else hear that?
yeah, and so like actually, if you are if you have sex with someone who is undetectable, that is considered like the safest possible option because they know their status and they can't transmit versus someone who may not know their status and could transmit.
Boom. You all better listen to that because that's the one that was like, we're going to learn something today.
No, like that's like, I think that is something that's very misunderstood. And I actually really want to get.
I'm giving you 2 points for that one.
Oh, yay. I know, like genuinely, like, you know, as much as this podcast is about fun, it is, we joke, but about education, I actually really do want to do an episode at some point with someone who's undetectable to come and talk about
well,
that.
I have a lot of pause friends, and they always talk about how they're always really frustrated by people who don't understand what undetectable is.
Yeah. And look, I was one of those people, and then it got explained to me. I'm like, oh, like, I'm glad I know the difference now.
Like, I was terrified when I was, like, a young little twink about, like, having sex with someone positive, but, like, you know, I grew up and took a lot of human sexuality courses.
Yeah.
And I know a lot better now.
Yeah, no, same.
All right, your next term is a fun one.
Yay.
And it's some of my friends' favorite terms, and I say that sarcastically. Breeder.
A breeder. Oh, I know what this is. This is how I refer to my brother and his fiance. I love you both, but this is how I refer to them. Breeders, straight couples. It's just straights in general, straight people.
I have some straight friends who hate when I call it that. They're like, that's so derogatory. I'm like, yeah, so was the like 10 years I spent in high school.
Yeah.
In junior high when people were like, that's so gay. This is gay.
So good.
Your next word is hunty.
Is this, so hunt. So is this someone who is like.
Not like that.
Is it a play on cunty?
Partially.
Okay, I'm trying to think what the H should be.
But it's more positive. It's not like it's not like when you call me cunty.
But if I call you cunty, I mean it in the best way possible.
I know, but it's not in the way you mean cunty.
I'm assuming it has nothing to do with like the Huns, like Genghis Khan and his.
Oh
his
my
horde.
God, Fa Mulan, calm the fuck down. No, just to move it along a little bit because your guts.
Does it have to do with ketchup?
No.
Is it when you're reminiscent of the great action hero Ethan Hunt?
No, it is. It's basically like honey. It's like oh honey, but it's like hunty, just like it's a mixture of like cunty and.
So it's
honey.
Like, are you being like semi-derogatory to someone? Is it like
No.
Is it like a little bit sarcastic? Like
Sassy,
hunty?
but not
Like
mean.
when would you call someone hunty?
Like listen up, hunty.
Oh, okay. But why would you call them hunty and not honey?
Hunty is like more. I guess I would say it's more of a talking down term, and not in like a super talking down term, but just like listen up, child.
Okay, like would you say hunty before you snatched some wig? or maybe cracked some face?
Yes.
Okay.
To answer your question, but you know, next word.
She learns.
Discreet.
Oh, I mean,
I will also say I do have like hookup terms in here, so because
Yeah.
I remember when I was a young gay and I was learning these
You're
hookup
like,
terms, and I'm like, what the fuck
what does this mean?
mean?
I mean, discreet basically means like you're not really out, or if you are, you're not out to a lot of people. You're kind of on the down low. You're not necessarily gonna like throw out a whole bunch of face pics. Although half the people who are listed discreet on Grindr have their face in their profile.
Married.
Yeah, married. Yeah, it's like you're playing it low. Like you don't want it to be a big thing. You don't want it to be obvious.
I don't know what they mean when they ask when I'm discreet. It's like because for me it's like I'm out in my normal life, and I like I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna walk outside and be like I just had sex with this man.
Yeah.
Like I'm like out and proud, but it's
Yeah,
like,
but it's like-
and like, can you be discreet? It's like, what do you mean?
What
Do
does
you
that
want me
mean?
to be quiet while
Yeah,
there's
like
sex, or
not,
do you just
like,
want me to be
put
like
your face on Snapchat
like,
while we're fucking?
hey bro, what's up? We're
Yeah.
gonna touch each other's dicks?
Yeah.
No homo.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they want from me.
yeah, I don't
I'm just
know
like I'm like sure, just give me your dick. I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Yeah.
Scout's honor or whatever.
Is it weird that when I see discreet in their profile, I'm like, oh, hang on. Like I almost kind of want to like fuck them more just because.
No, same. They have bigger dicks most of the time.
Dude, I was not going for that. I was more just going for the I don't know. There's something about the idea of them like being unsure of themselves, like they don't know they can get better than me yet. So
The
I'm like, all right,
married
let me.
thing is it will like if that is a problem, but if it's just like they're not
don't-
out and they're not like super comfortable with it,
Yeah.
like fine. But like, I think it kind of like takes us back to those like times when we were like being secretive.
Yeah, it's a little secretive about it.
like,
Yeah.
for no reason. Like I'm going to tell my friends about it the next day anyway. Like,
exactly. But isn't it like the same reason why like people want to hook up in a locker room? It's like, oh, things I didn't get to do, so I'm going to do them now.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like you weren't actually hooking up when you're trying to be like actually discreet. So now that you don't have to be, you kind of want to be. I don't know.
Yeah. And your next phrase is water sports.
Oh, yeah, piss play.
Yay.
Yeah.
And next word is, this is another hookup term
Okay.
that I learned, and I get so irritated when people ask me this. Hey, Chris, are you generous?
Does that mean you're willing to be a sugar daddy?
Yes and no. You don't have to be a sugar daddy to be generous.
But it means you're willing to put in a little bit of financial effort into it. Like you're willing to pay for stuff, like pay for dinner, or pay for drinks, or
just sex.
Oh.
I mean, you guys, fine.
Oh, okay. So they're prostitutes.
Yeah, it's like I remember like someone asked me that, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like,
yeah,
like generous. Like this, you're on an app. I'm on an app.
I'm on
saying
Grindr.
hi.
Why would I pay for sex?
Yeah, and it's like, every time I do that, I just like block them. I'm like, I don't need to. I'm just gonna go to someone else. Like,
yeah.
fine.
What? No.
Yeah.
No, girl. No.
Look at you getting sassy with your vodka.
It's most of the vodka talking.
Next one is another hookup one that I had to learn the fucking hard way.
Uh-oh.
P&P.
Oh, party and play. It means you show up and you do meth and you fuck.
I don't think you fuck though. Cause
what's the play part of it then?
I don't know. Because I've done that first off, don't do meth.
No, yeah.
I don't do meth. But
No.
I have showed up to a hookup where the guy is like, oh, do you P&P? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, do you mind if I do? I'm like, I don't fucking care. And then like couldn't get hard the entire time. So like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And I just ended up like after an hour being like, okay, so if you're not going to get hard or anything, like...
I'm just going to go.
I'm just going to go.
But, I mean, isn't that what the play is supposed to be, though? Is like the whole idea is like you get high and you have sex. It's supposed to be like amazing sex or something like that?
I don't know. If they can't get it up, then how are they going to
defeats the
do that
purpose.
part?
But yeah, I mean, we're not really...
Don't do math, children.
Yeah,
Don't
avoid.
do math. And don't... If someone says, well, if you mind if I P&P, say no, because then you just walk in on a crack den and it's really uncomfortable.
It's not...
Because I've done that too. Where it's
God.
like, where they didn't say it until like I got there. Like, and
I
I'm
know
like
other
sitting
people
and they're
that's
like, oh,
happened
do you
to,
P&P?
yeah.
And then like the place looks like a fucking crack den. And I'm like, I'm leaving.
Yeah. I have not been in that situation. I know people who have.
It's the fucking worst.
Yeah, it's
I actually hate it more than being catfished.
Yeah, it's good to like...
Because I can salvage something out of a catfish.
Right. Yeah, it's good to try and like address that ahead of time, but then you're still like relying on the trustworthiness of the person you're going to meet as to whether that's going to happen or not.
Look, it's gay culture. I'm not going to say don't do drugs. Just don't do meth. That's unhealthy.
Yeah. Here's my best recommendation for these sort of things. Have one friend who you feel comfortable sending them your location before you go to an anonymous hookup in case it turns out they're going to kill you or get you involved in meth.
I do that, and I also I have a notebook in my nightstand that I purposefully leave out if I go to a hookup, and it has the address of where I'm going.
Oh, that is
date.
smart. I should probably do the same
So
thing.
God forbid something happens and they search my room, like it has
that's
the address and stuff
very
like
smart.
that. I put all the other person's information down.
Yeah, it's your little black book.
Yeah. It's my little black book that I like rarely return to for that purpose, but you know, I'm like
It's a log.
Yeah.
It's a record.
have just be safe.
Yeah, be smart.
And also, if someone catfishes you with P&P, just say no and walk out that fucking door.
Walk away.
Because no.
Yeah.
Also, since we were talking about discreet, gay for pay, what does that mean?
Well, it means that you're probably of a questionable sexuality, but you see yourself as straight, but if someone's willing to pay for it, you'll have gay sex.
Yeah.
Mostly involving gay porn.
It's basically those people that go really too far with no homo. All right. And next we have work.
Okay, this is...
I know you've heard it.
Like, work it, girl. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
it's... It's kind of a playoff of... I think it's kind of a playoff twerk. It's like halfway between work and a twerk. Like, well, isn't it like you're out there like strutting your stuff and showing off and like getting shit done and like bringing back some dick?
Close enough.
Yeah, right?
You don't have to bring back dick, but
Yeah.
it's the same as come through.
Okay, not as bad of a gay as I thought.
Furry.
Oh, like Furries?
Yes.
Like you wear an animal costume, or you have animal accoutrement in your sexual endeavors?
Yes. Your next word is accoutrement.
Accoutrement. One of my all-time favorite words.
Yeah,
Right?
fancy ass bitch. Goddamn.
Let me just drink my vodka with my pinky out here.
All right.
Okay.
Your next term is sickening.
I'm assuming this isn't just a normal version of sickening. Like, "Ew, you're so gross, you're sickening."
No.
I don't know.
Sickening is another like affirmative word.
Okay.
So
like
as long with work and come through, it's another one of those things where you're like, your look is sickening, hunty.
oh, okay.
So like,
Come through.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, no, that you actually used that right. Congratulations, you get another point for that.
You're being very generous with the points. I feel like you should just keep drinking and I'll just get all the points.
You know what? I'm just being generous.
Oh, I'm being so generous.
All right. Because there's also a song about it, and I remember asking you, I was like, hell, I love this song, because we were at brunch, and you're like, I don't know what this means. Kiki.
Oh, let's have a kiki. Is the term.
That's the song.
Isn't it like a gay sex party? Kind of.
No.
Is it just a normal party? I thought it was like just have like a big gay get together. Like, oh, the girls are getting together for a kiki.
Mr. Accoutrement. I would say that like a kiki is, what do they used to call it? It's like a soiree.
Okay. See, I used it in the context of soiree once, and I was told like, oh, really? It has like a sexual connotation.
I have that one in here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very similar.
Okay.
And I will explain the difference. But kiki is more about gossip.
Oh, okay. It's like, so you get together, you have a kiki, and you serve up some tea.
Yep. Oh my! You just quoted a line from the song. I'm not giving you
Did
a point.
I?
Yes,
But I don't know the song. So Fine. Okay. Fine.
Your next word is butch queen.
Wait, this has to do with drag queens.
Doesn't necessarily have to.
Is it just a more masculine gay?
No, but you're close.
Is it? Is it similar to like a butch lesbian? Is it derived kind of from that?
So you're not that one, but between your first and second answer, you're halfway there.
Okay, so it's just like, is it the opposite of a femme?
Well, it's like it's a masculine looking drag queen.
Okay,
But I've also seen people call so. My favorite thing is that like when you talk about mask for mask people, and then the moment comes Britney on, they're like, yes, hunty, and they're like all like no femmes, they're like, yes, hunty, oh my god, Britney, yes, where's my fan? Like, and then I'm like, oh, that fucking butch queen, like.
okay, like they're trying to be so masked, but they're really just
Yeah,
super,
I mean,
super
so you
femme.
can use it in that way too. It's like the technical, it doesn't normally, they don't normally use it for this, but like. People sometimes say butch queen for like drag queens that look very masculine. So it's
Okay.
like they'll do drag, but like despite however they beat their face and whatnot,
Yeah, like
they still look really masculine. They're not fishy at all.
queens with beards,
But
like actual literal beards.
yeah.
Okay.
But then there's also like people use it for the terms of like that, where it's just like these really masked guys who just like are like, oh, no femmes, and then are suddenly like voguing on the dance floor to Britney and like, this is my jam. Like, I know.
Yeah. Hypocrites.
Here's a hard one.
Oh.
The I in LGBTQIA.
No, I don't know.
Intersex.
Oh, of course.
You know what intersex is?
Is that is that kind of identifying as both?
Intersex is the crude term is hermaphrodite. So you're both
Oh, okay.
born with both genitalia.
Okay, sure.
So that's technically what intersex is.
Now, for the ill-informed, if you don't mind, like myself, can you be intersex without necessarily having both genitalia? Can you like identify as someone who is both male and female?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
I've never heard. I will say I've never heard of that.
Okay, so it is predicated on.
It's predicated
Something
on
physical.
like your
Okay. All right.
All right. Your next. Let's do a quick one.
All right.
Dom.
Oh, just someone who's dominant. So yeah, someone who is the more active, not necessarily aggressive, but yeah, the more active person.
Yes.
In a sexual encounter.
Your next word is beat, and not music.
Is it like to beat someone off?
You're right in the terminology you use it, but not beat someone off. Like if I beat your face. It's a drag term.
Is it like to powder my face?
Close.
Is it just like a
I mean, okay, I'll give you a half a point because you're close enough. But like, so technically, beating your face is basically putting the makeup on.
okay. Oh, damn it. I've heard someone use this before.
Yeah. So like, obviously, because as you so motioned, like,
Yeah. Can we give me some credit for that amazing Foley work right now?
Wasn't his face he was beating, ladies and gentlemen. And your next word is tuck.
Oh, when you tuck your dick.
How do you tuck your dick?
Well, I've never done it personally, but didn't you like you put it, you reverse it, you give it like a nice 180 turn, like rotationally, not like.
I mean, I don't know really that well how to tuck either. I just wanted to see you sweat and explain how to tuck.
It's more. Wait, I don't remember how is it yaw? How's it work the play? No, yaw. Wait, it's roll, pitch, and yaw. It's when you. Isn't pitch? It's when you pitch your dick down. I've made this more complicated.
I don't know where you are now. I have just heard it's when you pull your dick back and your balls go up into that crevice that they're descend from, and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh
where
God,
that is.
I thought it was like you literally like tucked it back so that it was like up by your ass.
It's more than that.
I was thinking more along the lines of like Ace Ventura 1, where like they discover.
It's more than that because some drag queens can do it without needing tape.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, then I was uninformed.
This is like I'm a visual learner, so as horrified as I am to say it, tucking is something I would have to see to know how to do.
Oh, I would totally see that
because I've had people explain to me how to do it. I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Well, so, I mean, you know what I was going with the airplane directions, though, right? Like roll, pitch, and yaw.
I mean, no, you just said a lot of random words to me. But your next word is drag mother.
Oh, isn't that like the mama of the drag queens? Like,
but what does that mean?
Wouldn't RuPaul be like a drag mother?
But what does that mean?
Like you are the mentor figure to the other drag queens. You look after them, you protect them, you support them.
I'll give it to you. Normally, a lot of the times too, they're the first ones that put people in drag.
Oh, okay.
So like whoever puts you in drag first would technically be your drag mother.
Oh, well, no one's put me in drag yet, so
Same.
we need to do that. That's gonna be an episode right there.
I know it's gonna be. I'm gonna have my friend Jose beat our faces. Oh,
I know what that means.
pussy.
Okay.
You should know this one very well.
It's a boy pussy. It's another name for an asshole. Your asshole. Now, I'm
going to horrify you in like 5 seconds.
I love the word pussy. I hate the word bussy. It sounds really gross. Now, the other day, I had a realization. Why don't people say bunt?
Because it sounds like
Like-
you're kicking them in the
like-
fucking hall.
It is just like bussy, a portmanteau, one of my all-time favorite like literary functions or like grammatical functions, but it is a combination of butt and cunt. It is a bunt. It is a far superior word to bussy, and I'm gonna make it a thing.
Can I absolutely horrify you?
Yes, please.
What do you call a dirty bussy?
No, I don't know.
A crockpot pussy. You're welcome.
You told me that. You've told me that before. I forgot a crockpot pussy. But okay, now from now on, instead of saying bussy,
Everyone's horrified.
Say bunt. Say bunt. It's a crockpot bunt.
I like bussy. I'm sorry.
I prefer bunt.
I like bussy.
I'm making bunt a thing. Hashtag make bunt a thing.
I'm not gonna lie though, like when I like dirty talk guys, like I have to kind of like wait and see if they're into that word because some guys are not into that word.
I would not be if someone's like, "Oh my god, fuck my bussy." I'd be like, "Oh, no,
I don't know why I like it.
no,
I like
no.
it. It just sounds dirty in a good way.
It sounds dirty in a wrong way. If they said "fuck my bunt," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll fuck your bunt."
You're very close.
Also, how did you hear the word bunt? I came up with that.
Sounds like a fucking pastry. Fuck off. That's
why it's so
Sounds like you're
good.
fucking a donut.
Well,
Right, what's an otter?
If the donut looks good.
We're moving on. What's an otter?
Okay, an otter is it's kind of like a hairy twink. Like you don't necessarily have a lot
It's
of
not
muscle.
a hairy twink.
Well, I mean, it's not a bear, but you're hairy and you're
But
lean.
it's not a hairy twink. Yeah, but you're close.
But you're hairy and you're lean.
Yeah.
You're not really a cub. You're not muscly enough to be a cub or beefy enough to be a cub. You're an otter.
Here's the difference. The difference is a cub is young.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah. Otter is not.
A twink is to twunk as a cub is to bear.
Yes.
An otter is like the in between. So an otter is like that guy that it's honestly otter is dad bod.
Yeah, I'm like a well-groomed otter.
Like his body's not terrible. He's got a bit of a stomach. He's got some hair. Like that's an otter. I love it. They're so cute. I love otters.
I'm an otter.
You're not an otter.
I'm an otter. What would you describe me as then?
I mean, you're like twunk.
I'm not that muscular, and
Yeah,
I do
but-
a lot of yard work. I'm pretty naturally hairy.
But your face is you're very like clean cut, so I think that leans you more towards twunk.
Thank you. That's maybe the greatest compliment I've ever gotten in my entire life.
I'm not sleeping with you.
Well, no, obviously.
All right. Next
That'd be a
word.
very awkward podcast.
Clown chaser.
It's not. I'm assuming it's not someone who literally tries to fuck clowns.
No, it is not.
Okay, so there's two parts of this. There's the clown and the person who chases them. So is the clown a person who's like overly made up?
You're close.
Like they have just
What is that in gay culture?
well, it's not a circuit queen, but like I mean, I feel like I feel like people who are overly made up are in circuits. Brandon, what's a clown chaser?
I have no idea.
Okay, thank you.
They're tough.
So because you're both here, I will tell you. A clown chaser is someone who likes to a gay man, not a because I don't think it's referred to with like straight guys, but
Okay.
Clown chaser is a guy who likes to fuck drag queens and drag.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So that it seems kind of a derogatory term then.
A little bit.
Like a little
But I've heard drag queens say it.
Clown. Oh, what if you're an unfair?
I think drag.
What if you chase trans people? Because I feel like that's kind of similar.
I don't know.
What if you're an unverified clown chaser? Like you think you'd be into it, but you haven't actually tried it yet.
Well, with
Called live a little, girl.
with clown chaser, I found it's a derogatory term used by drag queens for guys who only like to fuck them in drag.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know.
Okay. By the way, that was a guest appearance from my roommate Brandon.
Heyo.
Hey, Brandon.
All right. Your next word is T.
Oh, gossip.
There you go. Free point. Free space.
Yeah.
Shook.
Ooh.
I mean, come on.
It'd be like you shook me, like you got me to my core, like you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you face cracked me and now I'm shook.
Yeah, that's the proper way to say that. Slay.
Oh, like slay a girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm going through the easy ones because
slay is like work, right? Slay and work are in the same genre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slay, work, come through. Those are all kind of in the same genre.
Okay.
Meaty tuck.
I'm assuming that's when you tuck and you have a big old dick and everyone's mystified how you pulled that off.
It's basically camel toe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like some mammal toe?
Yes.
Oh. Hello.
Mammal toe.
Hello.
Jesus.
Yes.
Easy one. Femme.
Oh yeah, just a very effeminate gay.
Yes. Mask for mask.
Ugh. Yeah.
I know. Like, roll your eyes. You should roll your eyes.
Yeah, you see it all the time on Grindr. It's the guy who sees himself as being masculine, like, oh, I'm so
really
cool.
a bush queen. We all know
Yeah,
it.
exactly,
He's
yeah.
just a bush queen.
There's
He's
all
just-
bush queens, but
you
yeah.
put on some Britney, put on some Lucky. If he's a mask for mask and you just want to like show him for who he really is, when he comes over to fuck you,
Yeah.
like in whatever sense, just put on some Lucky by Britney Spears on her "Oops, I Did It Again" album.
See what
and
happens.
See what the fuck happens.
Like, I'm more mask than most of the guys who call themselves like mask on
Same.
Grindr. Yeah.
Realness.
Oh, I mean, it's like you're serving up some truth, right? Like you serve up some realness. Like here's
No.
a section. No. Is it a drag term?
Yes.
Is it when you're not in drag?
No. It's like you are serving me some school librarian realness, honey.
Is that not serving up some truth?
No, because you're not like, it's not truth. Like your look is that good.
Oh,
Like,
like
you-
you are so like okay,
like-
so you're a fish.
No. Because
Oh.
fishes you look like a girl.
Okay.
Like fishes like you, I can't tell if you're male or female. Realness is it's just like I am serving you like, I don't know. What am I like thinking about? Devil wears Prada, Miranda Priestley realness. Like it doesn't have to look like her, but like business,
Just authenticity.
hardcore bit. Yeah, it's authenticity.
Okay.
There you go. Authenticity.
Okay.
You got that word. This is the gay word for it.
Okay.
Realness. Cis.
Oh, it is you identify.
This is both of us.
Yeah, you identify with the gender you were born with.
Sorry about it, but
No,
how it
like when
is.
I first heard that was a term, I was like, I don't see the point of that, and then I realized no, it's to basically a way to not use the word normal.
I mean, I feel like I've slid more towards queer lately, but I don't really know about it. but-
I think a lot of these things will eventually, the terminology more or less disappear because we won't be bound by them. But
for the gods,
oh, what the fuck?
in a sentence, you are snatched for the gods.
I already forgot what snatched is.
Oh my God, Chris.
Well, I remember my.
There was a test you would be.
I remember
fucking-
my jokes about the word snatch. You were snatched for what was snatched again?
Snatched is like you look great.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's just like for the best. Like you are. It's like the cream of the crop, the cock of the walk.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes. Give you a half a point for fucking that. Jesus. Easy one, just to get it out of the way. Save some time.
Is it
The L and LGBTQIA.
lesbian?
There we go. The G and LGBTQIA.
Gay.
The B and LGBTQIA.
Bisexual.
There we go. Okay, so we got through 3 cards that way.
The rapid fire round.
Hanky code.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, we'll talk about this on a different episode.
I would love to do a full
but-
episode on this. But yes, so it was back
I
when
give that to
it was necessary at a time when you couldn't be outwardly gay. But the hanky code was a way to signify whether you were more or less a top or a bottom, and then also what you were into. And so the pattern and the color of the hanky, and also which side of which pocket you wore on left or right, would signify to someone else what you were looking for in a sexual partner.
So you know it means more than that. Because it's still, like, people still use it today. Now it's like the color says what you're into.
Okay.
I know, like, some of them.
Because like there's
I know
there's
the
pattern
ones
too.
that-
Like,
it's funny because like I know the ones that I'm not into. Like
Right.
red is rosebud, so that means like
right.
you're really into like fisting. Ooh,
hard,
yeah.
hard pass. No judgment. I'm not yucking anyone's yum, but I'm not into fisting.
Right. Kai.
Oh, is this the sexual version of kiki?
Yep.
Okay.
This is the one where, a lot of times it's mostly referred to drag queens having sex with each other.
I would love to see that.
Okay.
Why not? That would just be. Why not?
I'm not like yucking your yum, but I'm like the amount you know about drag versus the amount you love drag is highly different.
Jazz, my
Like-
friend. Jazz is drag. And drag is jazz.
All right. Trade.
Like trade pics?
No. Like what you're doing on Grindr now is inviting trade to your house.
Bottoms?
It doesn't have to be bottoms.
But just like you're picking up someone off Grindr? You're just like picking up.
It's like hookups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Trade is guys that like you like fuck around with once, and that's about it.
Is there then a term, like a gay term for Trader Joe's? It's like there's some sort of play on that somewhere. I feel like there should be.
God.
Like, if you like hook up with a lot of trade, you're a Trader Joe. Can we make that a thing? Can we?
You can make it a thing.
I'll make it a thing. That'll be my crusade. Trader Joe's and bunt.
I'm not using any of your made-up gay terms.
No, use bunt. It's great.
No.
Yes.
I like pussy.
Ugh.
Thought.
That hottie over there.
Semi-right.
What is it actually?
I mean,
That
you
hoe
could-
over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But it's like the thought pictures, like the guy who takes a photo of himself looking all like sexy, but it's blatantly staged, and you're like,
Yeah, trust me, I don't know why it's used for that either, because I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I get like thought pic, and it's just like, okay, that hoe over there, but isn't that just kind of like,
yeah. Can we? I feel like we should have a session at some point where someone teaches me how to do thought pics.
I will invite Wes over.
Yes. Oh my. Yeah, he'd be perfect.
I
for
will
this.
invite Wes over, and then I have to invite someone who can take pics, because
Yeah.
I love my friend Wes. He is my best friend. He cannot take a good pic of someone else to save his goddamn life.
But he can take very good pics of himself.
Yes, he does.
He does. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Educational one. Pause.
Oh, HIV positive.
I'm just
Related to undetectable.
teaching children.
I know. See, we learn things.
All right. Glamazon.
Okay, I've heard this before, but so I'm assuming this is someone who it's like a drag version of an Amazon, like someone who is gorgeous but also very like glammed up and has a lot of like frills and is it also like someone who's like a little bit wait, hang on. Is Wesley Snipes in Tu Wong Fu a glamazon?
Yes.
Not because he's black, because he's big. He's big and muscular.
Well, not because he's big and muscular, but because he's like very tough. He's not like he's not the very like soft and feminine
Right,
one
like
that like
if
Patrick
if
Swayze is like the
very
matriarch.
like nice and sweet.
I would say that
and-
Wesley Snipes is the glamazon who's just like Amazonian warrior, fierce, like kick your ass, very confident in herself.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay, cool. Oh, we're winding
Spill
down here.
the tea.
Spill the
Well,
tea.
We're nearing
like,
the end.
You're just like, oh my god, you've got some gossip. Spill it. Spill the tea.
Good for you.
I know some things.
You know some of the important ones.
Yes.
Bear.
Larger, hairier, older usually.
Not always older.
Yeah, but like, a big hairy guy.
I feel like
The eagle is the den of bears.
I know, but I feel like with like bear and wolf and stuff, like an otter, people think older, but like it's not necessarily. It's like guys that are not like.
I think there's an implication of maturity though to like bears and wolves.
Yeah,
Not
a
necessarily
little
age,
bit.
not necessarily age, but like this sense of like I am who I am. I'm doing my thing. I'm a bear. I'm good.
Well, I think the maturity factor is that like they have more hair.
Yeah.
Like they're guys that actually are just like hairier than other guys. Like I can grow a beard, but I have barely any hair on the rest of my body. Like
Right.
it's like it's a very weird experience going to like those kind of bars.
Yeah.
Because like where else do you? Because they're like where else do you have hair? I'm like not really much else,
Yeah.
just on my fucking face and my head. Sorry, don't know what else to tell you. All right. Fuck boy.
Okay, I feel like this is one I'm gonna get a little bit wrong, but it's basically,
You're actually gonna hate me for this one in like a second.
am I a fuckboy?
Yeah, you're a fuck boy.
Someone who just fucks without much thought about who the person is, or it's all a lot of casual sex and just kind of wants attention for the sake of attention.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a fuckboy.
Yep. No relationship for you.
I mean, I'm fine with one if I actually want to date the person, but I'm sorry, you gotta give me something worth dating.
What is worth dating for you? Because
So
I've seen a lot of guys go, I want to say through you, but that's not the right sexual term.
I've gone through them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I am a fuckboy. Is there a point in this podcast where I realize how much of a terrible person I am?
I mean, it might be, but I'm just like, you're knowing your gay self. I'm gaying it forward to you.
You are not wrong. You're cracking some face here.
Oh my, yay, good for you.
Yeah, I am. Oh my god, I am a bit of a fuckboy.
I have 3 ones left. I save them for last because you know what they are.
Okay.
But the question is if you know the difference.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm excited.
So your first word is read.
Okay, so that's when you go up to someone and you read them and you serve it right back. You're like, here's who you are. I understand you to a T, and I'm going to tell you to your face.
Okay, you didn't give me a definition. What is reading? If you went up
Like
to them
analyzing someone.
and in what way?
Like you understand them as a person. And I feel like the particular context is that they especially don't necessarily understand themselves, but you get it, and you're going to tell them who they are. And it's going to be a hard served truth. This is like, I feel like when you read someone, what happens after that is you crack face. Not just overuse a term, but I feel like that's close.
Okay. I'm putting it there for saving it because I also want to know, what is shade?
Okay, but I think, reading has a ring of truth to it, especially a little bit malicious truth, like casting a mirror on someone so they see themselves who they are. Shade is just kind of playfully teasing someone more for the sake of fun. Like, it can be a little bit malicious, but I feel like it's maliciousness from a positive place for the most part. Like, throwing some shade is like, oh, girl, look at you. What are you doing? Look at this. No, it's all terrible. I'm doing a bad version of shade. But, like, I feel like shade has a playfulness that's not necessarily the same as reading.
You're half right.
Okay.
I always think shade has a little bit more maliciousness behind it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel like shade has an entertainment factor that read doesn't. Like, read has a sense of like,
because shade is like, it's like you're not directly insulting them, but you're like sort of.
I feel like shade's like, oh, you wore that?
Yeah.
Versus read is like, oh my God, seriously, you wore that? Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? Have you seen what that does to you?
Shade has subtext. Read, you're just like, that tank top makes your arms look gigantic, and you do have a small head.
I know you're not referring to me because I have a massive head.
You're fine. I'm not reading very well, but I feel like shade has a little bit more maliciousness behind it. Mm-hmm. And I've had to tell people this because they're like, am I shading you? I'm like, yeah, it's not something to be proud of. You're just insulting me now at this point. Because it's like, there's shade, which is like, you're like tactfully insulting someone.
Yeah. And
then you're like, some people think shade is like, you're just straight up like, oh, you were just a bitch to that person, but I'm not saying anything. It's like,
So is there a version of shade that is that sort of like tactful? Is shade gotten broad enough now that it factors in both these things? For example, what's the difference between poking fun at a friend versus poking fun at someone you don't like? Are they both considered shade, or would one gravitate
shade
towards...
would be the one you don't like.
Okay, so what's the version of it a friend?
Friend would be like a read. Like, you're not trying to hurt their feelings,
so
but you're like,
then.
You're like, I know you like those shoes, but those shoes make your feet look about the size of your nose.
Okay. But what is it when you're being mean, but in a fun, playful way?
That would be shade.
Okay.
It's a very thin line. I will say that.
Yeah,
it is a very thin line.
I guess, like in my mind, when my good friend and coworker Andrew walks in every morning and goes, "Morning, slut," like, that's not quite shade, but that's in my mind kind of what I perceive to be shade.
I think
which
shade
is like,
has more purpose. Like, you're literally giving someone
after
shade.
somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reading someone is just like, if like your best friend comes out in like this god awful outfit, and you're like, well, if you want to look like a fat pirate, you can, but a fat pirate, I love it. Like, reading is just like, you're doing it without maliciousness behind it. It's kind of like, this thing is ugly, and I'm just telling you it's ugly, but in a very nice way,
direct way.
I'm not being like, this is ugly. It's just like, well, if you want to get all the men from the PTA, you're more than welcome to, but
maybe you want to bring home some PTA dads.
Yeah.
All those discreet guys.
Shade is like, are you aiming to look like a whore? Because that's what you look like.
Some of us are aiming to look like a
So
whore.
the final one is, then what happens when you're red for filth?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so reading is being honest.
Yes.
compared to shade, which is a little bit shadier. Red for filth is when you are calling someone out on the obvious and you're trying to put them down. Now I'm just describing shade.
It's the equivalent of your friends all telling you made a really terrible decision.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Is there a
They're
ganging up element to red for filth?
I feel like there is.
Okay, reading for filth is like you are the biscuit in a reed bukkake.
Basically.
Okay.
And honestly, one person can read someone for filth.
But that they attack from multiple sides,
But
multiple
it's
angles.
because and it's not even just like it's like I feel like being red is like you're red for like one thing.
Yeah.
Being red for filth is like someone just completely reads like let's say just like your entire look, your life, and it's just kind of like, but if that's what you want, then
Good for you.
good for you.
Good
Like
for
I will
you.
support it. She
Okay.
just tell them they look like a fucking hoe and they need to like find Jesus.
Get their life together. Yeah.
Yeah. I find that people don't understand the difference, and that's how I separate the difference. But
All right. I think
because some
I
people
think,
are like, "Am I throwing shade?" I'm like, "No, you're just being insulting." I feel like shade takes a tiny amount of class.
yeah. Okay.
Like you can't just like make someone feel bad about themselves. It's just kind of like
you need to be a little bit clever
Yeah.
to be throwing out shade.
there is intelligence that goes into
Okay.
shade. Like
I
you
think
are
it's a fair
like,
differentiation.
It's
yeah.
like it's
Do you think like reading has to have a little bit of empathy and shade has to have a little bit of intelligence?
reading is like a mix of empathy and honesty.
Okay.
Shade is like I don't like this person already,
So I'm just gonna.
but at the same time,
Shoot 'em
like
down.
I don't want to just be like an asshole.
All right. I think I say I know the difference now, and then the next episode. I'll get
Shade
all
is a
these
little bit
wrong.
meaner because I think it rides the line of insult.
All right. I think I get it. How did I do? What was my point total?
You actually
here?
did fairly well. You know what the hard part is that I don't know how many cards out of how many. I want to say you did actually better from just the stacks.
Okay, I count 18 misses.
And you got 53.5 points.
I got 53.5 points. Oh, that's pretty damn good,
So
actually.
you did pretty well.
Okay, so I think it's fair to say there was probably roughly around 70 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got some random little like bonus points here and there. Okay, so
I gave you a lot of bonus points for undetectable because people need to know what that is.
I got a 76%. More or less. All right, it's like, yeah, I did like
C+.
C+. That's actually way better than I think either of us expected me to get on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You knew a lot more than you thought you did.
I did, in fact. No, maybe I'm not as bad of a gay as I thought I was.
I mean, yeah.
No,
that's-
I'm still terrible.
I mean, well, we have more episodes to go.
so much more to
I mean,
go.
if you were not as bad of a gay, we would be done with this podcast.
Yeah, you
But
just
we
leave
just-
me in a gutter somewhere.
I just felt like us both being movie nerds, we needed to like stray away from just movies for like 1 second.
No, I loved this. I absolutely loved this. But I think this basically does it for now in terms of gay terminology.
God forbid we go out to a bar and you use all of them in the wrong type of sentences.
I'm going to try and shoehorn all of them into the span of like a 20-minute conversation.
No, I know. You'll do anything for a bit, so I'm just going to be standing there and you can use them all wrongly on
Yeah.
purpose.
No, I would never use it wrong on purpose. But if I knew I didn't know what it was, I would dive into it. There's a difference.
Gotta dive into that pussy.
No, I dive into bunts. I'm all about the
Good
bunt.
dive into that pussy tonight. Hope it's not a crock pot pussy. Well, thank you, listeners, for...
Thank you for sticking with us. I hope you learned something valuable.
Yeah,
Today.
I mostly hope that everyone learned what undetectable means. That was my main
Yeah.
like slide in there, like of like I need to like educate people on something. Like this is what I want.
We're gonna do a follow up on that at some point because it's a very important thing to talk about. But thank you for listening.
Yes. Thank you for staying for our Schoolhouse Rock of Gay Vocabulary.
Exactly. Join us to ride the rainbow with me and learn some more about how to be a better gay.
Exactly. And if we missed a word, I'm sure it will come up at some point.
Oh my God, send them to us. If you have other words
Actually, that would be funny.
Yeah.
Send us words
send
that you
us
want
words
Chris to know.
that you want me to figure out, and we'll add them in on a later episode.
Because I thought of 70 words. So if there is things I missed,
I'm sure
please
there
let me
is.
know.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Let us know. But until then, thank you, everybody.
You know what? I didn't realize I had Vanjie in there, and I don't know where it went.
What? Miss Vanjie.
But what does that mean?
She was eliminated from RuPaul's Drag Race, and she walked out on the stage and just went, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie. And that was like
you
her.
failed to realize she was the first eliminated and made the most lasting impression.
Okay.
Honestly, it's Gay Shalom.
Can you give me some credit for at least knowing who Miss Vanjie was
I'm
and
going
where
to
it
give you
came
half
from?
credit.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate you.
It is Gay Shalom. It means hello, peace, and goodbye. Miss Vanjie.
Well then,
Miss Vanjie to you all tonight.
Miss Vanjie to all. Thanks for listening to Gay at 4. The podcast is produced by Chris Lord and Jonathan James and edited by Chris Lord. Music by Chris Humans and Colin Diaz. Artwork by Cameron Dexter. Please subscribe and review on iTunes. Follow the podcast at Gay at Forward on Instagram and YouTube and at Gay at Forward Pod on Facebook and Twitter. Got an idea for an episode? Send us an email at gayatforwardpod@gmail.com. Thanks and stay fabulous.